Hi everyone, it's another day, it's another time, it's your boy K Sounds, and you're welcome to today's show. On today's show, we'll be looking at some critical things happening in the world right now, and the top of the list is the Third World War that is ongoing right now, codenamed COVID-19. Many in the world don't seem to understand what actually is going on in the world right now, except for countries like the United States of America and China, the source and starter of this Third World War. But at the end of this video, you will have a clear understanding of what is actually going on in the world right now. You will have a clear view, a brighter perspective of what exactly is going on in the world right now, all in the form of COVID-19. The Third World War has actually begun. I will make you understand why it has begun and what you need to know and how you need to react to this Third World War, codenamed COVID-19. Third World War actually began some years back. Actually, it started 9/11, September 11, 2001, by Osama bin Laden. America, as we know, is the strongest nation on earth today. They are strong in terms of their military might, in terms of their warplanes, in terms of their air force. All of these make America the strongest nation on earth today. But no matter how strong you are physically, no matter how strong you are militarily, you could still be defeated. Osama bin Laden made us understand that with super intelligence, you can break America down. He tried it 9/11, 2001. It was this close to success. It should have been a major disaster to America and the world at large. But very luckily, America was able to overcome that situation. And now China, having gone back to their drawing board, knew that the only way to defeat America is through intelligence, what I call super intelligence. You don't want to go to America or to fight America with war, physical war, traditional warfare, using your warplanes, your guns, your tanks, your RPGs. You don't want to do that, because if you try that, America will certainly defeat you. They are always sure of that, and that's their strength, that's their might, that's what they bank on. That's why the entire world and the rest of the world are scared of going into a war with America. But little did America remember that there's what we call bioweapon. Yes, they have a tracking device for tracking nuclear weapons. Anywhere in the world that you are developing a nuclear weapon, America will know and they will track you down. But instead, China decided to go about it in a different way, and that's what we call the bioweapon. I want to talk about the development of the bioweapon by China with the code name COVID-19. This was done with the help of a professor of Harvard University right there in America. They saw that indeed they could take over the world by the use of this virus. And now China, having gotten the virus with which they can bring the world down, they also know that something has to be done, and that is looking for the antidote. An antidote is something that helps you to fight back a virus, something that helps you in form of a vaccine to overcome a viral infection. Now, China already has this antidote, but the world does not seem to know. But I believe that America should know, because they have very intelligent people working with them. How do you know China has this antidote already? Now let's go to statistics. Check the confirmed cases in China. Check the recovered cases. Check the death cases. You will see that almost 90%, if not more than 90% recovery has been achieved in China. How do you explain this? How do you achieve 90% recovery rate if you don't have the antidote? The truth is, China can have 100% recovery rate, but they wouldn't do that for now, because if you do that, then you make the whole world know that truly you have the antidote. Check the recovery rate in Iran, another enemy of America and an ally of China. Check the recovery rate of every Chinese ally. You see that indeed China is helping them with the antidote to help them overcome this problem, because they already know about the problem from the onset, from the very beginning. Check the confirmed cases in America. Now America has become the new epicenter of this pandemic, the new epicenter for COVID-19. COVID-19 has taken over all of America, and now today America has the highest number of confirmed cases, very low recovery rate, high deaths. It couldn't be a coincidence. Check the whole of Europe. They have high cases, high confirmed cases, low recovery rate, high death rates. How is this possible? Now I want to let you know that the lockdown of Wuhan is not the reason that Wuhan has returned back to its economic activities. The lockdown was just a makeshift, a make-believe, something for people to cast their eyes away from China, something that will take people's mind away from China. Wuhan's recovery, it's not because of the lockdown. It's because China has the antidote. And that is one big secret that the world should know right now. Go and make your own research. Go and check statistics, and you conclude that indeed what I have told you now is the truth. Alright, now I want to talk about finding the cure. China already has the cure, which is the antidote I talked about earlier. But America will eventually find its own cure, its own remedy to this COVID-19 situation. But it will come at a cost. And by then, China would have achieved much of its plans by then. The Chinese economy is rebounding already in a short space of time. But America and every other major economies all around the world are still on lockdown. Before they will recover, China would have left the entire world by a very high distance, by a very huge distance, that it becomes virtually impossible for the world to catch up with China. Alright, if you check statistics today, you will find out that the Chinese economy is about to be doubled, if not tripled. But check the rest of the world, check America, check Europe's biggest economies, they are going down. How is this possible? China have done it. They've created the virus, they have the antidote. And now if you check, most Chinese companies are now producing ventilators for export to foreign countries. Why? Because they already know that these countries would need these ventilators. They've already prepared for it. China is much more than prepared for this eventuality. They are already prepared for it. And this is how they are going to take their economy to the next level. This is how they bring the world down and they go up. Every other economies in the world are going down, but China is going up. This is how China is coming and proving and becoming the next super world power. Whether you like it or not, the only place to find the cure, the vaccine, the antidote to COVID-19 right now is China. But if you don't want to go to China, then the whole world will have to wait for the United States of America, and that's going to take so much time. Right now, I also want to let you know that there is no correlation between the Wuhan lockdown and the recovery rate in China. There's no relationship there. You lock people down in their houses does not help them recover from an infection or from the infection of COVID-19. COVID-19 has to be treated. You have to be vaccinated. You have to have the antidote to make people recover from such an infection. Yes, we know some persons are recovering in other countries, but their recovery rates are extremely low, just about 5%, if not less, in many other countries. But China has over 90% recovery rate, which I believe is up to 100. But not to create that suspicion, they have made it a little bit lower than 100, and it's about 90 something right now. China has the antidote. That is why people are recovering very fast in China. It's not because of the lockdown. The lockdowns in many other countries today will not make people recover. It will only help in reducing the spread of the virus, but it will not bring about recovery. For you to recover from COVID-19, you must have an antidote, which China does have. And again, they say the whole thing started in Wuhan, in the seafood market in Wuhan. That is the story China is selling to the world. We do not really know where it all started. They also said they have released the genetic information of this dreaded COVID-19 to the world for the laboratories in the world to begin their research on how to create a vaccine. But again, this is what China has also cooked up to sell to the world. The fact that they have sold this information to the world doesn't mean it's correct. It's all a part of the big plan. China knows what it's doing, knows what it intends to achieve, and I think China is already achieving that right now. Whether I like it or not, the Chinese economy has gotten back to normal. The economies in the world are struggling right now. It's even getting worse in many other parts of the world. Those who refused to go on the lockdown before now have been forced to do so. And how long will this lockdown last? We do not know. We also know that the professor of virology at Harvard University has been arrested because of his connection with China. Again, the doctor in China, Dr. Li, who also raised an alarm of this COVID-19 when it started newly. We know, like they said, in China he was infected with the virus and died. How do we know that's true? We don't know how he died, but that's the story China is selling. He was infected with the virus and he died. China, with a recovery rate of over 90%, could have saved Dr. Li if really he had coronavirus. Alright, right about now I would like to say that if you doubt the content of this video, then you are not smart. But if you see sense in what we are doing in our analysis, I would like you to click the like button, share the video so that others too can see and know what really is going on in the world right now. We need to start being smart. We need to start thinking intelligently. That's the only way you can overcome the world. Alright, to be ahead of your game, to rule your world, you have to stay smart. You have to be very intelligent. You have to prove to the world that you know what it takes to be ahead of the game. Do not be left behind. Do not react. Be proactive. Show the world that you got stuff and you cannot be taken for granted. So if you like what we do, I would like you to follow us on Facebook, follow us on Instagram, subscribe to our YouTube channel, turn on the post notification buttons, and I will see you in the next video. Inspire Me TV.